And this is a story that I promised that I would talk about. And what I try to do is I try to gather all the information I can and then share it with all of you. So, as the story turns out, a racist mother out of Minnesota called a 5-year-old the N word, claiming that he was digging through a bag at a playground. And after saying the N word, she stated on camera, if he acts like one, then he's going to be called one. And the reason why this is such a big story, and in my opinion, it should be, because it shows where we are in America right now. Because this woman has raised almost close to $1 million in a GoFundMe page, people giving her money for literally being a racist and her despicable behavior. So I want to play you at least a portion of this video, and obviously we have bleeped out certain bad words that I would never utter and we would never say, and we don't want others to say them also. But this is part of the viral video of this mother calls this 5-year-old the N-word and then defends her actions. Have a listen to this.
Did you call the word? It is not business. You call him an why don't you have the boss to say it right now again? Alright, that's what you say. Nobody dig into your shit.
A little kid just did, you dumb.
Little kid, you call him a little child?
What if he acts like one? He's gonna.
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child 5-year-old the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act.
That's what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know that's a hate speech, and you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a shit.
Okay, we'll see about that. What the internet has to say about you.
So obviously, any decent, normal human being, no matter what the color of your skin is, no matter where you're from, you watch that video and you get very angry. You get very angry that there are so many stupid, ignorant racists out there that defend their actions. And this ignorant woman and hateful woman's defense of it was, well, he was going through my bag. First of all, this is a 5-year-old child. If it was a 50-year-old man, it still wouldn't ever warrant using that word. So that's a terrible defense. And then she doubles down on it, talking to another man of color who was recording the video. The way people are reacting to this is what is even more troubling to me. Example. There's a racist man who sent a voicemail on a very popular pastor who I appreciate and who I support. His name is Talbert Swan. This guy who left this voicemail is an Arizona man by the name of Gary Porter. And I'm using this just as one of many examples. He's a 66-year-old racist white man who left a voicemail on Talbert Swan's phone, who's a pastor at a church, because Talbert Swan has been speaking out against this woman. And as I think anybody should, have a listen to this voicemail. This is another middle-aged, angry white man who seems to think this language is okay and calls this boy a Negro on this voicemail. Have a listen to this.
Broad, so-called preacher named Swan, regarding the lady in Minnesota, where a black Negro stole something from her. Then you have other black Negroes come up on her, acting all bad like they're going to hurt her. Saying, well, say it again. Well, she said it again. And it hurts your feelings. Oh, Pastor Swan's feelings are hurt. It's a word. You clowns use it every day. All right? Shut up. Go preach to your fools that listen to your crap. And leave the country alone, fat boy.
So there you have a homophobic slur. He calls this 5-year-old a black Negro. And this guy is the engineering director at Caris Life Sciences. Please make him famous, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want to say I'm cancel culture, go right ahead. I don't care. Because while we have something in this country called freedom of speech, there are also consequences for your words. Another example, Lily Gaddis. If you don't know who Lily Gaddis is, she is the white version of Candace Owens. She spreads hatred, bigotry, and she is an open racist. And Piers Morgan invited her on his show yesterday, and she openly admitted that there was nothing wrong with what this woman did in calling this 5-year-old the N-word. And then she openly admits that she's a racist herself. This is mesmerizing stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Have a listen to this.
Why would you want to support a white racist?
Because I want to support free speech, and you cannot have free speech in a country.
No,
if you
that's
have...
fine. You can support free speech, but you also have to be accountable for what you say. She is. I mean, would you use the N-word out of interest?
Yes.
You would.
I do quite frequently.
You use the N-word quite frequently. Well, why? Other than the fact you're a despicable racist, are you?
Some would say I am. I guess according to the ADL, I'm a white supremacist. I'm a neo-Nazi.
Yeah. Well, if you use the N-word repeatedly, you are a racist, then, are you? Are you?
Sure, I'll embrace that. If that means forwarding, helping white people achieve freedom of speech, real freedom of speech, which, by the way, Shiloh Hendricks is being attacked on all fronts. They're trying to bring legal charges against her. They're trying to get her children taken away. So you were saying Carmelo Anthony, it doesn't matter. That's a different.
Sorry, but just to be
thing.
clear, you just said to me you use the N-word regularly. In what context?
Right.
Do you use it with black people?
Yes, if it's appropriate.
When would it be appropriate
She uses
to
it
use the
about
N-word?
black people.
When would it be appropriate?
Anytime I feel like it.
So you're an unashamed racist.
Correct.
Well, do you understand that makes you a despicable human being?
I guess so. I don't really care. I mean, why are we not talking about Shiloh Hendricks? Why are we talking about?
Well, actually, I think you've moved it on in this debate very quickly to your own racism, which explains why you've supported her in public and why you've got all these views. You see no problem with a woman shrieking the N-word repeatedly because you yourself are a despicable racist. And you've just proudly admitted that with a smug grin on your face, which is pretty horrifying, actually, for most people to have to watch. And shame on you. You're entitled to do it, and I'm entitled to call you despicable.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I agree with every single word that Piers Morgan just said. Sometimes we do agree. And I texted them. I said, get me on with this despicable woman. Who would employ somebody like that? Now, obviously, these are predominantly white people, and let me be very clear on this. 99.9% of the people that have donated to this despicable woman's GoFundMe page are obviously Donald Trump supporters, many of them probably grand wizards themselves who openly use the N-word as well. But as Americans, we have to call it out. And if you're one of those people that defends it, then we call you out for what you are. I don't care. These are the kinds of people that want clicks. It's clickbait. They just want to make money off of it. And they want to call, people the N-word, or they want to defend it, or they want to openly admit that they are racist. These are bad people. And sadly, there are other bad people in this country that support this kind of stuff.